Good morning, YouTube. Excuse me. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Saturday so far. This is Old Salt Games, aka Spectral Hawk in the Star Citizen universe, aka Chief to all my friends. Hoping you guys are having a great day today. Going to be running around doing some bunkers. I might mine a little bit today. I don't know. I'm going to go where the whim flows me. I think a little bit of mining might not be too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on here into, I'm at Port O. That's where I left off last night. I was doing a couple of bunkers. I'm going to jump in here, get in the 600i, fly over to Crew L5. Not Crew L5, Mick L5, I'm sorry, and get some stuff straightened out. Swap over into my mining gear, and then head out and start snapping some rocks while I wait for my friends to show up. Once they show up and start coming online, I'll see what they're getting up to and see what they'd like to do, and we'll go from there. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a Saturday. It is August the 5th, 2023, and I'm up bright and early because I'm just old. I mean, you know how it is. If you know older people, you know we don't sleep much. That being said, let's get right into it. Go ahead and jump in here, and I'm going to turn on the Discord chat over here. I'm in One Nut Supreme's server on the streaming channel for voice Discord. Get that started up right now. There we go. And if you hear me chewing a little bit, I'm just snacking on my breakfast as I get ready for my day. Close comms.
Comms closed.
Ah, that's Astra. She's my first mate, my voice attack response partner. HCS voice packs, very, very excellent add-on. Particularly happy with it for voice attack. Voice attack is a great utility. It helps free up your hands, and you can kind of direct the game by talking to it. So, just I recommend it highly. It is not a sponsorship. That is not something, nobody sponsored me to talk about it. Just one of those things that I found through watching YouTube and watching other content creators like Noobifire, and love the voice packs. I love voice attack. It's a great program. So let's head on over to Mick L5.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
And we'll get started. It started cracking some rocks and getting some stuff processing. Out the wrong door, of course. Keep forgetting how large the 600i is. It's almost as big as a Carrack. Which means it uses the gigantic pad here at Port Olisar, at least until the new patch hits and Seraphim Station starts up. Once that begins, it'll have its own probably hangar, just like you do when you go to the Lagrange points and the other stations here in Stanton. They all have those hangars, instanced hangars. Okay, time to turn on the excuse me, hiccup. Reshade. So you can get a better look at what's going on here. I mean, look at that. That's somebody's ship right there coming in fast. Almost like going to an airport. That is a Connie constellation. Well, not bad. Mouse and keyboard flyer, you can tell by the herky jerkies. Yeah, somebody needs to learn how to use automatic landing, especially in a larger ship with the nose way up in the air like that, or like this one, the 600i. You're way up high. So, and it's a thick ship, and I'm thick with 2 C's. Thick. But the footprint of the ship and the displacement of the ship are not going to change. Just the interior is going to get updated with the new Explorer module. Once that goes live, that's going to be freaking nice. Let's go up to the top deck here. Now I'm carrying all my standard bunkering gear on me because I want to be able to switch, jump in the 600i and switch my gear load out, jump in the 600i here, and fly back over here to Hurston to hang out with my friends, Crusader, to hang out with my friends. I give you guys a quick tour. So this is the pilot crew, the bridge crews. These are their escape pods for the bridge crew. And you go in here, and you have a large, what will be, I believe, in the future, navigation room, kind of like stellar cartographer in Star Trek on the Enterprise, a stellar cartography room, but on a smaller scale. You'll have hopefully a working engineering panel here, where, wow, there's lots of wires hanging. I never noticed that before. An engineering panel down here will probably be secondary and tertiary engineering or navigation systems, because right now they don't do much. If you look down through the floor, that's the cargo/vehicle area. I have nothing in there because right now the cargo area is glitched. Up here is the crew. This is the armory. I'm sorry. So you can open that, and that's racks for 2, 4, 6, 8 rifles, and in each hole, I believe there's 3 or 4? 3. So you get 3 pistol-like weapons. You can get a pistol, a med gun, and an pyro multi-tool up there, not dissimilar to the other Origin ship. So you take one of those modules, and that goes in a 300 series. All but the 300R have that rack. 2 rifles, and I believe it's up to size 2 here, and 3 pistols. And then on the other side, you also have another one right here. So these are supposed to be, these 2 here are supposed to be armor storage, but they don't work yet. They're not turned on. You can go up and click on it, and it does say over here, suit armor 02 and 03, and then there's suit armor 04 and 05. So that means that there's got to be 01, 02. See, that's suit 2, suit 3, suit 4, suit 5. You have to find suit 1 and suit 2. Here's the lounge. This is a lounge, a bar with a view straight down into, I believe that's a captain's area. No, that's the dining area downstairs. That's the kitchen area downstairs. This is the bar. Got some cards, some cups, some liquor that you can't use or touch. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I guess maybe some garnishes for the drinks. Some non-functional buttons here. But the design language here with the Origin is definite luxury and functionality. So this is like a big long couch all the way around, and this is the back window. You can look out. It's a large back window. And if you see here, there's a smaller lounge area here. And you have one set of stairs that goes down to the galley. and the recreation area, which is I would assume movies or whatever entertainment plays here, flat screen entertainment. Back here is the pool room with a pool table, or billiards table, if you will. Some pool sticks. I don't know if this is going to go away with a revamp, with a redesign. I think it might. I think they might redo it. So I'll take you in here first. This is the galley. And that's what you saw through the floor right there at the bar, was the eating area. So 3 people can eat in a galley at one time. And you have more spices and garnishes, I guess. Some more alcohol down here. And some water or some beer. It looks like some kind of canned coffee. Pre-workout over there. Some other stuff. Over here, looks like fresh food stuffs. You have a refrigerator freezer, I would assume. Non-functional. So that's where you get water right there. Water and ice. Cooking mechanisms, they don't work yet. Cup storage. A chute for plates, one would assume. Don't know what else that would be. Then over here, we have, this is storage. This is actually cargo grid right there. I think you can get 2 1SCU boxes there. 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 2 is 10 in this little area. This leads to the engineering department, which has all of your engineering panels here. They don't work. You got modules in there. No opening. Nothing there. So this is a utility panel, whatever that means. Another utility panel. There's another engineering panel or 2. And some conduit and whatnot. So yeah, this is the engineering area. Very small, very compact for a ship this size. So we'll go down one more deck. Sorry about that. There's more cargo here. 10 cargo here. And I believe another engineering area on this side. You can see they don't open there, but these do. Guess not. That one does. Again with the control modules and control panels. I think this is for the engineering gameplay loop. Alrighty. So that's the other side of this. Let's see, we'll go back up and take the elevator down. So that's like a mid deck right there. Because if I go to the, we're at the upper deck right now, so let's go to the lower deck. This elevator does not go outside. So this should take me down to cargo vehicle and the actual engine room, engineering, and crew quarters, I believe, are down here. So let's go check down here. So here's the crew quarters. Couch, reading area. Enough bunks for 4 people. You have 4 pods escape pods. Now that's crew 1, crew 2, crew 3, crew 4. This will eventually, I hope, be external storage for crew members. Then you have your restrooms here. Crew 1, crew 2, crew 3, crew 4 for their restroom stuff. This is supposed to be like men's room, ladies' room, but the doors are invisible right now. Shower. We'll see. I'll walk up here. I can't walk through. But if I open it, I can walk through. You can hear the door whooshing. And when they are visible, you'll see the men's room, ladies' room, universal men's room, ladies' room sign. Stylized man, stylized woman. Let's go up through here. So that's the crew area. Let's move forward into, this is the cargo vehicle storage. Oh, I still have a, oh, there's my, I have an old body over there. I had a lot of gear in here. I forgot I still have this one SCU box. But I'll have to chuck the body out sometime later. So this is going to be like where you hang up coats and stuff like that. You know, external storage again. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 SCU storage on the wall there. 6 more there, so that's 18. And 6 more there, so that's 24. Just on the walls. That's cargo grid, actually. It's supposed to be where you can attach boxes like this, or the smaller cargo boxes, they attach there. And this grid on here is meant for vehicles. But right now, this platform is very clippy, and vehicles bounce and clip through it and blow up the ship. So we move forward to, this is the main elevator, takes you up to flight deck, down here to the habitation, and this is, you'll see what this is. Habitation and the storage and cargo. So let's go in here. This is the master stateroom. Got a desk, bookends, of course, whiskey and what looks like gin or bourbon, or whiskey, gin, or absinthe. This is absinthe, synthetic, exceptional, made in France on Earth. That's incredible. And what is this over here? The Square Man. So 3 degrees, the Square Man. I guess that's some kind of a whiskey. This is non-functional terminal. A little box of cigars and a journal here, a pen, plants. The captain's restroom. And you can see it's done up with toothbrushes and grooming products and, you know, all kinds of, there's a flask there. God knows what's in the flask. There's some prescription pills, over-the-counter medications there, hair product, body wash. Of course, the space crapper. And then a separate area, I would assume, for the shower. Oh, right here. So that's a shower. Drain on the floor, jets on the wall, all those little perforated things, those are water jets. So it's an all-around shower. So you shower where you shit. That makes a lot of sense. And of course, the fabled captain's bed. This used to kill players. They fixed it, but it used to kill you if you lay down on it. It's interesting. All right, let's jump up here. Let's head on over to McL5. We'll get rigged up for mining. We'll take the prospector out, crack a few rocks. Just kind of chill and relax today. Power up the ship.
Powering up. Stand by. The ship is online.
Didn't have my head tracking on. Okay. Check around, see if there's any traffic. None. Request departure.
Understood.
You are clear to launch.
Launch heavy.
Ascending to 30 meters. Retracting modules. Handing you the con. Retracting landing gear.
Landing gear raised.
Handing you the con.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay, this is going to be a short jump, not 62 million kilometers. It's almost as much as going to Microsoft itself, Microsuck, as I call it, itself. As Luke Skywalker said in Star Wars A New Hope, if there's a bright center to the universe, you're on a spot the farthest from it. That's Miguel 5 for you. Yeah, this is it's nice when you get a ship. I recommend that the first thing you do, especially if you love the ship, grind if you have to get those things upgraded. I mean, I have the Class A military quantum drive in this thing, and while it uses more fuel, it's the fastest drive for this size ship. So it cuts your travel time way down. I mean, I was 60 some odd million kilometers in this short period of time, just sitting here for a couple minutes. I'm more than 2/3 of the way. So it's pretty fast in the grand scheme of things. The Idris is slow, by the way. Reports from Mr. One Nut, who had flown around in a stolen Idris yesterday, found that it took forever to jump from one point to another inside of Stanton in an Idris. Very, very slow. Yes, you can still steal an Idris. It's very not easy. It's a very involved process. It requires multiple people. You cannot do it solo. Unlike the way you used to be able to steal the F8 Lightnings, which you could do solo. The Idris requires multiple people and multiple ships. Now we're almost there. This is going to be a pretty quick trip.
Fuel, 50%.
Real quick peek on the outside. So also, been doing some research. They did do one thing right. Wear and tear on your vessel. If you do not repair your vessel, slowly systems start to break down. They get less efficient. Your thrusters burn out. The paint gets chipped up. It starts looking like it's been beat to shit. And then some. And it stops working properly. And in fact, in some of the ships, the canopy glass, quote unquote, gets scratched and fogged. In particular, the the Arrow is extremely prone to having scratched up canopy glass. It's a great ship. It's an awesome little ship, but it's like flying inside of a vacuum cleaner. Just put it that way. The sound is very high pitched, very constant. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. And the glass gets really foggy and really beat up very quickly. Oh, there it is. Modern Icarus. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since I've been out here. Been running a lot of bunkers lately, so I figured I'd change it up a little bit. Hang up my mercenary hat for a while and get some money made. So if your goal is to make money for buying ships or repairing ships or upgrading ships, mining is a good pastime. You can generate a good amount of income utilizing mining. Matter of fact, I think I need to take my 1C2 and sell everything in it. Should be sitting right at 2 million profit, right at 2 million. I mean, maybe a little bit less. I can estimate, but I don't know exactly because I pick up whatever is quote unquote good, readily available. So it could be I could have a bunch of aluminum in there taking up space, which is very low priced. It's probably one of the lowest priced items other than iron. I mean, it's only slightly more expensive than iron to sell. Iron being 296 alpha UEC per SCU versus 326 for aluminum. I mean, you're talking a difference of 30 alpha UEC per unit. Now that adds up over time, don't get me wrong. So you have to understand, what you want to load up on when it comes to mining. That's what I try to keep mindful of. Stay within a heavy amount of tier 2 materials. Try to stay on the low end of the tier 3s and get as many tier 1s as I possibly can and go from there. But that's just me. That's just my typical running for mining. Let's get this done. I'm not going to change my outfit out, and I'm not going to change out from being heavily armed, etc. Because if I get jumped and if I get pirated, I need to be able to defend my ship and myself. Deploy landing gear.
I'm deploying the landing modules for docking.
Request landing.
Gear deployed.
Requesting landing pad.
Oh, and you'll also notice that I swapped out the standard cannons for Light Strike 4s. I put those on gimbals at Twidget's recommendation. All right. Let's refuel here. 110. 896 is less than 1,000. Alpha UEC to refuel. And that's from doing bunker runs last night plus flying out here today. So hydrogen's done.
Quantum fuel 100%.
I typically wait around until the elevator starts going back up on its own and nobody's jumped on it to steal my ship. Just me. I'm kind of conscious about that. Somebody stole my Connie once upon a time. A little guy in Flighty Whitey's ran in and jumped in my Connie and stole it. So I reported it stolen. And before he could get off the pad at Port O, he got Port O. He got destroyed, and I just claimed the ship
Vehicle retrieval system.
immediately after claiming it as stolen. So he ended up dying. I lost nothing except some time, and that was that. So let's go down here. I think I got a mining, refining job that's finished up. Set down to the refinery, double check. I have one ship that's like 98% full, 99% full. Only got like 1 or 2 SCU left that it could fill, and I didn't mine anything in quantity small enough to fill that particular ship, but I might be able to weasel it in by moving one set of material over to one ship instead of all materials to one ship. Let's see what I got here. 2 completed work orders. Okay, good. So, I got laranite here. I got laranite there. Let's see, I got lots of beryl. Agricium. Beryl and agricium are about right in the same. Hephaestonite. Hephaestonite's right with beryl, agricium, hephaestonite. They're all about the same. Tungsten and corundum here. So tungsten is 417. Corundum is 377. The aluminum, as I pointed out earlier, was 326. But that beryl right there is 2600 per. Laranite is 2900 per. So I'm going to go ahead and select storage option here. So you'll see that I've got plenty of room in this one. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to go check something real quick. Something's not adding up. I had almost a full star lifter there. Now they're both empty. It doesn't make sense. So I might have to get to work cracking rocks. I had to hit hangers and habs, and I hit the Galleria. I feel smart.
Welcome to the aUEC Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Let's go check the first one. See what the cargo load looks like, and then go check the second one. Okay, so this is my Cerebus one. Got the Cerebus skin on it. Oh, this bad boy's almost full. So that's pretty damn full. Still rendering in. Back area is full. This is full up back here. And I could get some more on this rack here and here. So I got to do some more rock cracking and some more refining. So this area has a smaller cargo deck than this area. So this is mostly full. I think more like 80% than 90% though. I think I overestimated how full it was. Let's go ahead and check the other one. You know, I gotta say, I really love Crusader design language and functionality, power, weight, nimbleness. Just everything about the Crusader ships speaks to me on a level that is fundamentally, how do I explain it? It speaks to my fundamental, this is a sci-fi spaceship, feelings or belief. You know, yeah, I get the same thing with the fighters. I really feel like a lot of the fighters, a lot of the Anvil, a lot of the Aegis
Welcome
ships, they
to the
speak to me on the
vehicle retrieval system.
star fighter kind of level. But ships, as in general, the Crusader ships, they really talk to me. They touch me in my
Vehicle
nonolocks. No, I'm
selected.
kidding.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
They speak to me as a child of the 80s and the 90s and the 70s. Well, I mean 70s, 80s, and 90s was my. I was not a child after the 80s. I tell you that much. But I still had a childlike innocence and wonder when it came to aircraft, starships, etc. And just Crusader just jumps out at me and speaks to me on a fundamental level. So this is the second one. Same skin, by the by. Let's check this one too. I think I'm mostly full in both of them, it seems like. But we'll see. Now, this one's only half, not even. Jeez, it's only like 10% full. So yeah, I'm going to try to fill up my other one. So this one has just started. Yeah, I'll do a few more cracks. But yeah, the design language and the functionality of the Crusader ships. I'm gonna tell you what, they may be big and they may be clunky feeling at first, but they are fast. They're extremely nimble. They're well built. They take some serious piloting to make them fly real well, but once you get used to it, man, Mercury Star Runner, one of my favorite ships.
Welcome to the aUEC vehicle retrieval system.
And don't get me wrong, I love me my Origin ships, man. They are gorgeous and they fly well. Okay. Yeah. So let's back up here. Alright, so let's see. One Nut claims that there's a trick where if you take and stack empty bottles, then you put one in your hand, then you take that bottle and you store it, it fills up 100%. Look at that. That one remains 0. But this, I just got 3 bottles. free. Free. Okay, so undersuits, what do I got here? I got my gray one, I got my red one. Okay, let's go ahead and swap out. All right, that looks about right. I'm going to jump to menus real quick and jump back so I can reset my HUD. And I'm going to go on a brief break and kind of utilize the restroom. We'll jump in and we'll start mining. Sound good, guys? All right. I hope you're having a happy Saturday. Let's do this. Go ahead and run over to the quick break section. We will be right back. client might have crashed. Alright, looks like the client failed, so I'm gonna jump out of the game. I'm gonna jump out of Star Citizen. Get back into the launcher, verify my files here. That happens on occasion. Sucks, but it happens. Alright, jumping back in here. I'm not going to traumatize you with the blank screens and all that other crap. I'm going to actually just let it run up and log in here real briefly. While we're waiting, just kick back and relax. Looks like One Nut Supreme posted a short about having stolen an Idris. And it's from his pilot's seat perspective. So, yeah. And it won't be a terrible thing if they figure out how to, if CIG figures out how to keep players from doing that. It wouldn't be a really terrible thing. I mean, it's so involved, though, in order to get it to accomplish stealing an Idris that it's absolutely not worth the effort that has to go into it, in my opinion. I mean, there's no atmosphere or oxygen in the ship at all. You run on your suit oxygen. The gunners in the turrets are AI, so they shoot like potatoes. The only thing you get to play with really is a size 10 rail gun that takes forever and ever and ever to charge up. I mean, if somebody else wants to pilot an Idris when they come out and they've bought one, more power to them, man. Awesome. You're going to be easy to avoid. You're slow, you're big, and I'm going to haul ass and see you later, alligator. So you'll notice that over there where it says Prox Comms, it's yellow. My HUD is now going to display markers in yellow and all that other stuff because I am wearing my Aril, A-R-I-L, if that's how you pronounce it. That's how I always pronounce it, Aril, armor. And I find it to be very helpful when you're mining on planets like Yela or even Daymar or Lyria or wherever you're mining, with the exception of like Aberdeen, which has a kind of a yellowish atmosphere. The yellow markers stand out really well against that tan, gray, white background. It's pretty awesome.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So I'm going to go all the way down here and get my prospector out. My prosy.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay, let's go over my loadout real quick here. I've got 4 Sibirs. I've got enough ammo on my person to defend myself if somebody tries to come up and pirate me. I am carrying a Coda pistol. I am carrying a Demico LMG. I am carrying 3 magazines for the Coda. I am carrying 7 for the Demico. I'm carrying 1 reload for my medical gun, my med gun here. I have 4 med pens on me. I have 1 multi-tool on me with a tractor beam attachment inside it. Just looking through this stuff over here. This is all pretty much all my Aril armor with a couple of exceptions, stuff that I found picked up here and there, just little stuff. So I've got a knife on me too as a just in case measure. And you'll see right there my HUD marker for the, my HUD marker for the prospector is yellow. Stands out really nice. Right there. See the marker is yellow? Boink. Aerial armor, boys. Aerial armor. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Got a couple of items here that I can't pick up. They're old Damicos that went Kafritzi. Or Damicos Sabirs that went Kafritzi. They fell off my backpack. So that's why I don't mount one on the back of my backpack when I'm sitting in the seat. Power up the ship.
Powering up. 1 moment, please.
Track landing gear.
Ship online.
Retract landing gear.
Gear up.
Request departure.
All right then.
You'll notice all my markers, with very few exceptions, are yellow. Let's clear that. I know I have a route in here somewhere. Yep. So where am I going? Going to Archie, and I'm going to Lyria. Engage jump.
Jump.
So I get within like 40,000 kilometers of ArcCorp, I'll stop and then turn my ship and jump directly to the moon rather than monkeying around with OMs and all that other stuff. One of the things that you can do when you're running to cut your travel time down is kind of guess with, okay, so let's look at this up close. Let's zoom in on arc. So as long as I'm within this circle of Walla's orbit, I should be able to stop somewhere here and jump directly to Lyria, right? Because now I'm inside the orbits of the planet. But if I'm outside the orbits of the planet, I have to jump to the primary, then jump out to the moon or whatever route I have to take in order to get to the moon. But as soon as I'm inside that orbit, I can pick any target as long as I can see it and it's not obstructed. So I kind of judge based on distance, and I use the map to learn. But pirates are typically going to be hanging out like right about here in a system, or right in close to the city. Like we're just outside of Armistice, but right close on this route from a refinery to the planet. What they're trying to do is they're trying to stop you here to pirate you so that they have less distance to travel, but they're still able to get you if they knock the comm array down or they're out of comm range, because out here is no comms, and then pirate you and steal your shit and take it to ArcCorp and sell it. So I watched this for a little bit. Forgive me, head tracking works inside the mobiGlas. It's kind of interesting because you can look and get a good perspective. You can see all the way edge to edge like that. But anyway, I'm going to use distance rather than the mobiGlas. When you're learning it, you can use the mobiGlas to watch your marker as it enters into the planetary orbits, and then the planetary system, because let's face it, this is the Stanton system, but every planet has its own moons itself, etc. So that's an orbital system for that planet. So the planet orbits the sun, but then you have other things that orbit the planet, and each area around the planet I call a system because it makes sense for me. It might not be proper, it might not be good astronomy, it might not be good astrophysics even to say that's a planetary system, but it is a planetary system. This is a solar system that we are in, but we go from planetary system to planetary system, Lagrange point to Lagrange point. That's how this game has been structured, and it pretty closely follows real life astronomy. It pretty closely follows real life structures of solar systems, planets, etc. And I'm just still trying to. I don't think about it a lot, but when I do think about it, I think about the Pyro system being 10 times the size of Stanton, 10 times the size, and having 1/3 less planets. There's only like 2 planets or 3 planets in the entire thing, with hardly any moons. One station, one single solitary station that's made up of a derelict. It's going to be vast, and it's going to be way different than flying around in Stanton itself. And I think Stanton is going to be the touchstone for a lot of players, especially alpha players, once the game goes live, because they'll know it so well. Now, yeah, can they tweak it? Can they change it? Can they make things different, better? Absolutely, but still the geography, and again, bear with me, the geography, the travel from point A to point B to do A, B, C, or D is not going to change, okay? You're still going to have 3 TDDs. There's still going to be 4 TDDs, I'm sorry. There's still going to be 4 major planetary systems. ArcCorp will always have 2 moons. Hurston will always have 3 moons. Crusader will have 3 moons. Microtech will have 3 moons. The Lagrange points are not going to go away. They're going to be the same. Now, whether or not the activities on, in, and around those systems is different. So I'm going to show you what I mean. I'll go for my marker here. See, I'm in the system. So kill my engine. Go up here. Clear my route. Turn it on, and what is that right there? That's Arc L2. What is that? Oh, that's Lyria, and I can fly directly there. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick something on this side of the moon. In the sun, because I like to mine when I can see. Head down to the surface. Well, that sucked. Yeah, no, I'm gonna... Yeah, no. I'll go to the other side where there's sunlight. What in the hell? Okay. Yeah, no, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. That's only 122 kilometers away. I just know there's something wrong here, man. There's the sun. I need to go that way. There we go. Activate VTOL.
That's done.
Got a bunch of markers all over there. I'm going to head for this one. I just arbitrarily picked it. Yeah, there's a bunch of manables right there. Right there. Activate mining mode.
Activated.
That's got some Terranite in it. Terranite's a tier 1. I'm going to try to crack it. It's a 25k. I'll slap a severe on it and let's see what we can do here. Deploy landing gear.
Gear is down.
Landing gear down.
Should be just enough sunlight for me to get this stunned. If I'm lucky with the severe. Alright, that was pretty easy in the grand scheme of things. Let's see what it did to the rock for me. I have some Spears, some Bormaxes, some wave shifts in here. Even with the fucking Sabiro? Wow. There's some charge. Taking some charge. There's some hope here. Okay, just looking for the cracks in it and looking for where it was going to shatter, the shatter point, and looking for a junction if I can. And I'm at max. I'm just jamming out, and I'm barely going to crack this rock. It's going to crack. It's going to crack. Look at that. Look at that. There's my Sabir right there. I can pick that up. These should be easy to crack. Okay, let me drop down here. Go grab my I'll get up and crack these bad boys and start taking the Terranite. 30% of 25k is still quite a bit of Terranite, and I can be very picky at this point. So right there. Grab my Sabir. Whip it. One of my inventory. grab it off my back, slide it into my backpack. Done deal. Now I'm going to crack the smaller rocks and see what we can do by collecting up some Terranite, which, by the way, is 7,678 per, second only to Bexalite, which is 77, and third only to gold, which is at 79. So these are the values that Quantanium used to have.
Landing gear up.
Let's get to optimal range here. That one was 64% Terranite. 100% aluminum. Aluminum, so this is the one we want. 84% Terranite, my apologies. So I'm pulling maximum Terranite, minimum aluminum. Look at this one here. This one should have Terranite in it. 75%, I'll take it. I'm looking for purple rocks real quick. I see a purple back there. I saw a purple back there. There it is. Oh. Okay, what is this one? Aluminum, 3% Terranite. %47 Terranite. I'll come back to that one if I find anything smaller. % Terranite. That one is 12% Terranite. %. We'll take that one first. Trying to find the sweet spot. Ah, there it is. Found it. Found it. No loss. That one was aluminum. %, Terranite. It's a patience game sometimes, just waiting for the charge to build up. 100% Terranite. I'd say yes to that. Found a real sweet spot on this rock. I'm at minimal power and it's just charging right up. So I'm going to have to be real careful when I get into the optimal break. Pardon me, I'm drinking coffee while I do this. Looking for a higher concentration of Terranite than 56 if I can get it. Because I don't have much to fill up here. 73% would be a good one to jump on. If I can get 100% out of one of these rocks. 71 aluminum, 28 Terranite. So 56, 73 right here. This one's no good. It's only 32. That's 73. Let's try that. Full. 25 SCU, 26 if you round up, of Terranite. Tier 1 material. Let's see, if I were to straight convert this, let's say 20, that's 150,000 alpha UEC in the saddlebags. Deactivate mining mode.
Deactivating now.
Well, that didn't work out the way I hoped. Let's get the flock out of here. Alright. Well, that's not bad. One rock, about 150k. Took me right at about a half hour. Of course, it was a bigger rock, and I had to struggle with getting it initially cracked. But once I got the initial crack, the smaller rocks were nothing. Got very lucky this time. I didn't overcharge the rock. It didn't blow up in my face, and I was able to collect my Sabir for use again. Now, obviously, the ship did take some damage. It's saying I have major torque imbalance because when the rocks crack, they have an explosive radius where shatter damage is done, and I don't see anything really. Let's look up here closely. I don't see anything majorly red here. Maybe a little bit of light pink on the saddlebags. But the main intakes and the main engines look okay. Could be on the bottom side. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like just on the saddlebags area they took some damage. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side. Top down, bottom up. There you go. Just some damage on the saddlebags. That should be easy enough to fix. Pretty cheap. So, when I did my initial runs in 319 to calculate how much money I can make just picking up anything, I mean, I was literally running as fast as I could out, grab everything and back, and I calculated out all of the damage to my ship that I had to repair, all of my fuel, and all of my refining costs. And then I filled up a C2 with everything that I found. I netted, after calculating out all of my costs, 2.6 million profit. And then you consider my time minimal, half an hour here, there, for about, I think it was 8 runs total. So 20 minutes on average was what I did. 120. So that's 2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours and 40 minutes. So in less than 4 hours, I netted 2.6 million in profit. So 4 hours of actual flight time, mining, fly back, refine, jump back in, fly out, mine, refine, repeat, rinse and repeat. A little bit less than 4 hours. So, yeah. Half a day, 2.6 million. That's pretty damn good money, and it's pretty low risk. At least on this end. Now, when you have a full C2 and you're making a run for a TDD, which is what I will be doing here probably tonight when all my friends are on, I'm going to jump in the C2 because it'll be full by then, my first C2, and I will quite literally make a run for it. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know, I'll get 2 or 3, maybe 4 loads here worked up. Then I'll do a run over to Crusader, crank out some bunkers. Hell, I might do bunkers here. I mean, it doesn't matter if the bunkers are there or here. Our Corp is good bunkers. Hurston's are good bunkers. I just have to grind out the reputation for them to get them to a decent level, but I can do that. That's pretty easy. But if I start running bunkers, I'm going to reset my spawn point to Mick L5 because I don't want to have to go all the way the fuck back to True L1. Well, I need to because all my gear's out there. I could set a couple sets of gear out here. Easy. Just transit it over in the 600i. Get the Hyperion out of storage and make a run to Crew L1 and Porto and collect up a bunch of shit, bring it here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about maybe even when it comes available, picking up a Carrack. I might buy one in game for now, just because if I'm around bunkers, I want a spawn point, and I can stick a Cyclone in the back if I need to drive around. Deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
Request landing.
Request sent.
Alrighty. Let's get this repaired off. So right there, that was like, what was it? 66 and 461. What, 527, 528?
Quantum fuel at 100%.
Welcome to the aUEC Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
All right, so 19,141 take 10 hours because I've got some Terranite in there. I'll go ahead and go with that. So here's our bonuses. Bexolite and Borase, my class. Even Hephaestonite. Hephaestonite and Borase here get bonuses. Titanium and copper are tier 3. Titanium is the best of the two. So if I bring titanium, Borase, Bexolite, and Hephaestonite here, I'm going to yield higher percentages. Everything else, no loss, no gain. So, yeah, it's kind of like you got to play the averages here, but the amount of fuel I use and the amount of time I spend flying out here to make L5 is worthwhile because I gain more on those materials and I lose nothing from other materials in processing, whereas if I go to other refineries, their percentages are lower. Now I know what you're thinking. What percentages are what? Oh God, look at this. It's been like this for a couple months now. These NPCs are just standing there at the window at the refinery side. Anyway, the thing is Red Monster SC has a great Google Doc out there that outlines all of the refineries, their bonuses, their negatives. This is the only one. This one right here, MIC L5, is the only one that has no negatives, all positives. As you can see, there are no fucking players out here. None. Not a player to be seen. Not a one. I was basing out of here to do bunkers and a bunch of other different stuff, but all my friends are based out of Crusaders, so they pulled me back over to Crusader, and now I'm good with that. I'm good with that because I like to hang out with my friends and I like to play with them, game with them, play the game. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I have to use the head, and I shall be right back. So let's go ahead and go into break mode here, and I will see you guys momentarily. Alright, looks like I'm back, and it's going to be pretty much rinse and repeat this all day, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. It gets a bit boring when I run 8 to 10 hours worth of videos, so I'll wish you guys the best Saturday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and catch me in the verse if you happen to be around. Spectral Hawk, Old Salt Games, signing off. Have a wonderful day.